Hello again. Welcome to Grimstreams Live again. Today we are going to kind of look at something I should have done a while back ago, but I'm kind of doing this almost, what is it? A playlist of different dinosaurs and their history. I'm going to do probably 2 dinosaurs at a time each time I do it because it fits about the right time. Since the Pycno and the Pachy were the last ones that were released, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a guide on what their history was in the past. And there's a lot of issues, like more like controversy over the Pycno and the Carnotaur and the Pachy and the Stygimoloch and the Stygimoloch. Sorry, it's a weird one to spell. And the Dracorex. And I'm going to kind of go over explain what the difference is. And like, I don't remember exactly which one's which. I'm pretty sure it's Dracorex is the attack. I'd have to look. But each one of them is a different one. The Stygimoloch, I know that the defense, the standard one height is the Pachycephalosaurs. The Stygimoloch is the attack, and the attack is the Dracorex, and then like the other one is the Stygimoloch. I can't remember what the other one was. It's not balanced. Balanced is a Pachycephalosaurus. Okay, so sorry, I'm kind of running wrong. Pycnonemosaurous, and then the Pachycephalosaurus. This is kind of their release thing. I just want to kind of show it as a picture, but that was kind of it. So what I'm going to do is start off with is go on to what Path Titans has for them, what their stats are, kind of what their description of them in Path Titans is, and then I'm going to go to ours, the real ones, and then I'm going to go to the alternating ones, like so Pycno and the Carnotaur are similar, and then I'm going to go to the Pachy and then the other ones of Pachy. Sorry, I think I'm losing my voice a little bit. Okay, so this is the Pycno. Sorry, I didn't mean to have that one out. So this is what their description is a large abelisaur sword. Oh God, it's so hard reading some of the Latin. Excuse me. With high overall speed, this dinosaur was notable in that it is believed to have been slightly larger than other popular ones like Carnotaur. So it's just a bigger Carnotaur is what it sounds like. Abilities available on him are the bite, headbutt, hypercarnivore. We know all these here. I'm going to kind of just let you see them. And they're kind of high cost. Jesus, the charge is expensive. Okay. Skins that it has, so on and so forth. Didn't really want to go through all that. That wasn't what it was about. Okay, so meaning dense forest lizard, genus of carnivore theropod. They belong to the Abelisauridae family. Upper Cretaceous Borotype red conglomerate sandstone and the Admentina Foundation. So it was found in Brazil and it lived 70 million years ago in the late Cretaceous. Average was 10 meters long and 3.5 tons. So 20, almost 30 feet, 28 feet. Belongs to the clade for the, okay. It was part of the 17th stretch goal. Pycno lacks horns, therefore making it the Navasi in the game. Oh, so the Pycno without horns is the Pycno. The other ones are Carnotaurs? Is more accurate description of the real species. Real Pycno lacks horns, therefore making the in the game inaccurate, with Imperator is more accurate despite not the real species. So yeah. So the horns, okay, wow, okay, that's not what I was expecting. So the Pycno, the regular Pycno doesn't have the horns, it's the one with the lack of horns. And the other Carnotaurs are the ones with horns, but they're all the same type of relative. Okay. That sucks because the real ones are the ugly ones. So they just pretty much just made the other ones Carnotaurs, but small Carnotaurs. I'm sure they kind of made it for looks or whatever, but anyway. So I'm going to go into the Pycno on the thing and see what it says. Wiki. This is just obviously Wikipedia. So the Pycno is a genus of theropod, Abelisauridae, like I said, found in Brazil. Navesi was formerly, see, no horns. Oh, okay, so yeah, this is a hornless Carnotaur. So that's the one that's the main actual Pycno. So if you ever really want to do a true Pycno, it's the one without the horns, the ugly one. Titanosaurid, sauropod bones, Upper Cretaceous. Unknown, only known specimen was in. When you're several titanosaur bones. Whoa! So they were hunting titanosaurs, maybe? They're not weak then. Why do they make them so weak? Yeah. Okay. Greek myth, word Pycnos meaning dense, Nemos meaning pastures and woods. Oh, that's pretty much where it was found. It was named after. Their bones have been fragmentary, so they don't have a whole lot of bones about the dinosaur. It looks like exposed to the discoloration. 5 incomplete teeth, parts of 7 caudal vertebrae, so back pieces. So the pubic bone was found, tibia. So a little bit of the leg bone. So it was just random parts, really. However, this all like projections are somewhat related to the caudal vertebrae has. Oh, okay, just pretty much parts of his vertebrae are related to, or show signs of a different line of family. So they're kind of related to other ones that are not just the Carnotaur. So it sounds like they're kind of a cross section. Initial size estimated was 7 meters at 23 feet. Yeah, see, I was right. So 28, 30 feet long in my estimations. Okay, so they're 23 to 30 feet pretty much. 3.5 tons, almost 4 tons. 9 meters, so 29 feet long. Yeah, they're a pretty good sized dinosaur. Here's kind of a flow chart of where they're at. Rugops is another known one, Carnotaurus subspecies in the center of the Pachycephalosaurs. I don't know if you've ever heard of those ones, but yeah, they're kind of well known. And here's the Carnotaur right here. And then there's the Abelisaur, or whatever, how you pronounce it. So it's down in these lines, so we're right here is this, pretty much this line where we're at here. And so we're across the line of Carnotaur, so they're not a Carnotaur. So yeah, it's pretty much one grew horns, one didn't, and the Carnotaur was a horn grower. It's rare besides teeth and footprints, Crocodilosaurus and Dromaeosaurus. Teeth were small yet sharp and were used to get a hold of struggling prey. Shook and tore them apart, so they were more of a shredder than an actual. So they should give a bleed damage. I still feel like they should give bleed damage. At least a slight one. In their bite, maybe? Okay. Alright, so that's what the Pycno is. Okay, now I'm going to go to the Carnotaur and see what the difference is. And then obviously we notice that the horns are different. Their size is different. What else is different? And they're obviously in a different line in it too. Okay, so Carnotaur, genus of theropods, South America and like Cretaceous, so a little bit different area, but not super far away. There's only one Carnotaur sastre in the known lineage. Well-preserved skeleton, so it's got a well-preserved skeleton, which is nice. Is derived member of the Abelisaur group. So yeah, I was right. Short snouted forms restricted to South America. So yeah, I was right. It was like all in South America, just different parts of it. So I had to, okay. Was lightly built bipedal predator, 7 to 8 meters long. So yeah, he was like a good 4 or 5 feet longer, shorter. Weighed less. Not a whole lot less, but less. Highly specialized. It had thick horns above the eyes of Pete. Okay, this is where we want to be sure. Alright. Okay, it had thick horns above the eyes, feature unseen in all other carnivores, dinosaurs, and a very deep skull sitting on a muscular neck. Carnivores was characterized by small vestigial forelimbs and long slender forms, so it had little small hands and arms, like we noticed. Skeleton is preserved with extensive skin impressions showing a mosaic of small non-overlapping scales. Large bumps that land on sides of the animals, no hints of feathers. Distinctive bones used in fighting conspecifics may have combated each other with quick blows and slow pushes with the upper sides of the skull by ramming each other head on. So they did. They acted like Pachycephalosaurus too. So that's why we got the charge with him as well. That explains it. Because I never knew that about the Carnotaurus. Maybe it was just me that didn't know it. Remain unclear. Feeding habits remain unclear. We're able to hunt down very large prey such as sauropods. That's what I thought. I just said a titanosaur when I was talking about the Pycnos. So yeah, they were sauropod hunters or theropod hunters. They packed together and hunted theropods. That's cool. Pretty informative. Alright, let's go to the Pachycephalosaurus now. Alright, we're going to go to the Pachycephalosaurus wiki. So the Pachycephalosaurus will be able to use its head to charge and to headbutt enemies, plan to have two subspecies. The looks are based upon theories of two other closely related dinosaurs, Dracorex and Stygimoloch. So I was just talking about, being growth stages of Pachycephalosaurus. Because some people can think the Stygimoloch and the Draco were just or young adult or adolescent or whatever versions of the Pachycephalosaurus. Some don't, so they just made a different variants of the dinosaur. Headbutt, so on and so forth. I'll just go through the cost and all that like I did before. Available skins like I did before. Pachy, the genus of Pachysaurid, the type Pachycephalosaurid, whatever. The type species Wyoming genus, so I'm guessing it was found in Wyoming. Wyoming genesis is the only known species. It lived during the late Cretaceous period. Of what is now North America. Maastrichtian stage? Not sure how to pronounce that. Remains have been excavated in Montana, South Dakota, Wyoming. It was a herbivorous creature which is primarily known for a single skull and a few extremely thick skull roofs, though would more completely possibly have been found in recent years. Pachy was one of the last non-avian dinosaurs before the Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event. So they were like one of the last ones before they started going into the air, or started like getting feathers and all that. Kind of like, okay. And then the Carnotaur, I guess, would probably have been the kind of version. Another dinosaur, Tylostis of Western North America, has been synonymized with Pachy, as have the genera Stygimoloch and Dracorex in recent studies are on average 5 meters long. Pachys belong to the family Pachycephalosaurus. Yeah, you already mentioned that earlier. 20th stretch goal. It was part of the first release of the two playable dinosaurs and update release. Okay, so that's pretty much what it says what the Pachy was. Let's go ahead and kind of like look at what the wiki says it actually is and go through it. And I have the Dracorex and the Stygimoloch actually, and see what their differences are according to Wikipedia. I'm gonna have to zoom in on this one. I just realized that. I want to do this. Okay. Stygimoloch. Sorry, we're gonna go back to Pachy. I just noticed that I did that. I needed to do that. Okay, so, meaning thick-headed lizard from Greek mythology. How cool. Is a genus of Pachycephalosaurid. Oh my god. Might be a second species spinifer. It lived upon the Cretaceous period. Yeah, they were just saying that thing. I've been excavated in Montana, Wyoming, Alberta, it says too. Liars. It was a herbivorous creature which is primarily known for a single skull and a few thick skull roofs. More complete fossils. Pachy was among the last non-avians. That's what we noticed before we decided. Was a bipedal herbivore with extremely strict throat, long hind limbs, and small forelimbs. So, long hind limbs, okay. Was the largest known Pachycephalosaur. User skulls and interspecies combat. Yeah, so they headbutted for combat. That's what I thought. It was kind of a known thing. They collected a bone fragment from what is known as the Lance Formation. Tylostius. Its actual nature was not found in the study of essentially as a squamosal bone from the back of the skull of a Pachy. Okay. Instead of bone and bone. So they thought it was something else. It became known as Tylostius first. Because the name Tylostius predates Pachycephalosaurus, Tylostius would normally be preferred. In 1985, successfully just Pachy were used instead of Tylosteus, because the latter name had not been used for over 50 years. Oh wow, so it was originally called Tylosteus. That's kind of a cool little. That's So Pachy was Tylosteus. But why would they go to Pachycephalosaurus? Pachy is such a pain in the butt to say. Why not just call it Tylosteus? I mean, they're both kind of hard, but still. Anyway, not my thing. Okay. This main part of the story is more like the corresponding bone of a Dracorex than that of a Pachycephalosaurus. The issue is of uncertain importance if Dracorex actually represents a juvenile Pachy, as has been recently proposed. So they don't know. As a bony armor, Triceratops, squash was even. Wow, they have a lot of information on this. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to go through everything. Established, they named 2 species. For the older species Troodon belonging to their new genus, their 2 newer species have been considered synonyms for Genesis. So they had a Troodon species relative? Huh. They're related to a Troodon. Okay, the anatomy is really rare, so rarely safely cushions the tiny brain. The spikes are probably short, round eye sockets, small muzzle. Younger individuals of Pachy maybe have had flatter skulls with larger horns protecting from the back of the skull. As the animal grew, the horns shrunk and rounded out as the dome grew. So that's what they think. Those spikes just slowly became part of the skull as they grew. Was probably bipedal, was the largest of the Pachycephalosaurs. Thick bones, short forelimbs, bulky body, long hind ends, and a heavy tail, which was likely held rigid by ossified tendons. Despite their bipedal since they were more closely related to a Triceratops. Huh. That's kind of cool to know. Have been synonymized with Pachycephalosaurus. Huh. Proposed that Stygimoloch and Dracorex possibly represent a juvenile stage of Pachy and Pachycephalosaurus. So that's a Pachy, that's a Stygimoloch, and that's a Dracorex. I can see where they're getting at. Like, they start out with all these big spikes and then it kind of slowly shrunk. But I don't know. There's a lot of differences, though. So they're pretty much saying the Dracorex is definitely the one that they have is definitely a youngling, but they can't tell whether it actually has changed on basis of being found in later layers, but agreed that the Dracorex was a baby of some sort. So maybe the Dracorex and the Stygimoloch are actually related, and the Pachy's a different type. But I don't know. I'm just guessing, and they don't really know either. So it is what it is. Here's all their clade status and stuff like that. I'm not going to really go into it because it's not as big of... yeah. We're just Stygimoloch, Thorny Moloch from the Styx, and Dragon King of Hogwarts. That's kind of cool. The name of the Dracorex was named after Harry Potter. Okay, so the Dracorex is only known from a juvenile skull, and that's why they don't know. But the Stygimoloch, they don't know if it's a mid. Okay, so the thing is actually seen as separate species for number. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's a bunch of observations pretty much stating that they are pretty sure that that's what it was. That there were different stages of the Pachycephalosaurus as it grew. Discovery of Bavism, there was gonna. The babies had all 3 supposed to generate in the placement of the oops. Thus, instead, morphologically consistent features of Pachycephalosaurs. So pretty much, they found a really young baby, and it had more consistencies with the Dracorex. So it shows definitely signs of them slowly developing into the Pachycephalosaurs. Huh. So yeah, pretty much that's what they state the Dracorex is a Pachycephalosaurus. Okay, so yeah, pretty much that's best way to put what they're saying it is. So that they're just a subspecies or the younger versions of it. Large Pachycephalosaurus 46 sections. Unlike other Pachycephalosaurs, is relatively small, slightly flatter on the side, and pear-shaped. It's more elaborate than any other Pachycephalosaur. Short conical. They could even be the Stygimoloch as like the male or female, and then they alternate, and then like a smaller female version or something of the sort. This behavior is not as important as the skull, which is for display or locked together and used in shoving matches like the horns of the deer. Yeah, partially grown individuals of the Pachycephalosaurus. Okay. From the river Styx. That's kind of cool. His name comes from the river Styx. So Dracorex can actually be an individual of Stygimoloch or Pachycephalosaur, which is okay. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. So yeah, so it sounds like that the Dracorex turns into the Stygimoloch and the Pachycephalosaur. So Pathotitans just use those designs just to make it to where we have kind of a difference in them, which is kind of nice. It makes it to where but they're in truth they're actually just stage growths of Pachycephalosaur. They're not really different dinosaurs. But yeah, that's pretty much all it is for today. I just kind of want to go through these dinosaurs and give you a little bit of a rundown of what they actually were, what the true facts of the dinosaurs were, the differences between the two. Obviously, we know how they act on the game. So where I would think that they're pretty close, except for that it's kind of weird that they chose the different stages of growth instead of different types of Pachycephalosaur. But I guess it would be kind of hard to make different types of Pachycephalosaur variants because there's not a whole lot of different ones. So that makes kind of sense. And then the Carnotaur Pycno thing is kind of cool. That I know which one is the Pycno is the one without the horn, and then or the horns, and then the other ones are more of a Carnotaur representation than a Pycno, even though they're all based off the Pycno size. So yeah, those are kind of cool informations info to know. And there was a little bit more cool info on. So thank you very much. I'll talk to you guys later. Until next time.